All right, so we're recording at normal speed, so if you have anything quippy or funny to say to the camera, say it now.
I have to put up with this all the time.
Dude, the monkeys are like a huge freaking
They're all insane.
Show. All right, that's how you load a truck to Tennessee. Good morning, Cabineers. We made it! We're here. This is the place. This is Starr Mountain Retreat. And right now, we're gonna take you on a little tour. So this is our driveway. That's Connor. He's walking over to the driveway there. And right there is one of the old signs, which will get replaced. And if you go that way, there's another sign that will also get replaced. And that's the road. If you come visit us at Starr Mountain Retreat, you will probably come from that direction and you'll drive up and you won't see that sign, but you'll see that sign. Now, if you first come here, this road is right adjacent to the road you just drove in on. And we're gonna walk down it for a second here, and you will see the first cabin, the Hiwassee. There's our new truck. This is the Hiwassee cabin. This is where Connor and I are going to be staying while we fix up the other cabins. It's also where Nola and I stayed last year. Now we're going to go further down this little road here. Wow, it looks like a tornado came through here, but what it was the power company came through and cut down the tops of all these trees. And we didn't know. And there's a bunch of debris and stuff we're gonna have to clean up now. This is the Ocoee cabin, and that's one end of it. We're not gonna go into the cabins right yet because we'll show you that later on. This cabin needs a lot of work, so it's probably not going to be up for rental for quite a while yet. We're back out on the main driveway here. We were just down there. That's where the Hiwassee and the Ocoee are. And now we're going to go down the main driveway. To the left here, it may be a little hard to see through the trees, is the Mountaineer cabin, which we'll get a little closer look at later on. But as you're coming right down the driveway, it's the first cabin you see to your left. The second cabin that is also off to your left as you come down the main driveway is the Woodsman. That's the cabin that we worked on all last summer and is all nice and cool and remodeled inside, and we'll be showing you that later. And as we hit the bottom here in our little corner around the corner here, there's our little pond. It's pretty pathetic right now, but we have big plans for that tiny little pond. This is a path I spent a lot of time last summer clearing out. We can drive up there, and there's little spaces up there for tents and stuff, which we'll show you later. Further down the road here to the left is the power pole, woohoo! And behind it, the bamboo grove. There's the moving van we used. Now this point here is the big why. You have to make a decision here, because if you go up that way to the right, that takes you to the garage workspace that's up there. You may be able to barely see it through the trees, and eventually it goes up and around to the main house, which we'll get to a little later. I know there's a lot of that in this video. We'll get to it later, but we will. Over to the left here, that is the main lodge. Here's another shot of the lodge, or the Great Hall as I want to call it. There's the big huge empty space in the back that's like just a big great hall, really, which is why I want to call it a great hall. In the front is offices and stuff, which we'll be converting into a kitchen and bathrooms. One of the big jobs we have is just going around and cleaning up all of the trash. There was a lot of trash left here by previous people doing various things, and we have to get rid of it. Coming up to our left, just past the lodge, is the woodsman cabin. That's the first cabin we'll be taking a look at. Yeah, this wasn't here. So this log is new. It's fallen off a tree or something. We'll have to clean that out because we were able to drive up here a little bit further than this. And there's the little fire pit area that we need to clean up. Connor's got the keys. This is the cabin I and Nola did a lot of work in last year. There should be a video coming out soon about how we did the remodel and stuff. If you've seen the bathroom video, this is where that bathroom is. And we are about to walk in and see what it looks like now.
It's cold in here.
It's chilly in here. But everything looks pretty decent. It may look like a mess to you, but to me that looks pretty good actually. All right, let's go in here and look in the bathroom. And the humidifier, or the dehumidifier, is still cranking and working in here. And the bathroom looks really good in here. Got to do a little work, but not much. Relax. Come to Starr Mountain Retreat and relax. There I am. Hi. That mirror is going to go away. And we're coming back into here. Now this is the bedroom. These are all our linens and stuff in here. Everything looks to be in pretty good order. A little dust and dirt on the floor.
But that's to be expected.
But that's to be expected. Alright, I'm gonna climb up here. Let's see if the lights work. Hey, the lights come on. It looks pretty good up here. But yeah, all the stuff that we cleaned up and fixed in here looks pretty cleaned up and fixed. So everything looks pretty good. We're going to be replacing that couch. But everything looks pretty good in here. Okay, so the Woodsman looks in pretty good shape. It should be really easy to get going, and you will be able to rent it this summer and come and visit us. Now, we're going to go down the path here a little bit and take a look at the Mountaineer. Here is a little deck that we posted a while ago on Instagram for some ideas, and we're going to take another look at a lot of those ideas, and we're probably going to implement a few of them to make this little deck area a really cool little place for people using any of the cabins to come and visit and hang out in. There we go. Needs a little WD-40. There we go. The living area space in the Mountaineer here and in the Davy Crockett are much bigger than in the Woodsman. The Woodsman's the smallest one, but it's essentially the same layout. You walk in and there's the seating area. You have your bathroom here, your kitchen there, and bedroom and loft space. So the Mountaineer is going to be a little bit of work, but we hope to have it up so that people can rent it for this summer. And now we're going to go over this direction to the Davy Crockett. That is the road back towards the lodge. If you're coming to visit us for the first time, you will be coming this way down the road. And then you'll come to these two signs. To the left, the Mountaineer, to the right, the Davy Crockett. We're going to the Davy Crockett. So it may be a little difficult for you, the home viewer, to get an idea what's going on here because, well, you were not here last August when I was clearing out this entire area of brush. This whole thing used to be covered with all the brush and all the trees and weeds and everything, and I had to clear this whole area out so that when you come to the Davy Crockett, you have a nice place to like hang out and do things with. And you have a cool little fire pit right here that you can have a fire at. And here is the Davy Crockett. It's essentially the same layout as the other two cabins on the inside, so I'm not going to take you inside there and check it out. But it does have a nice cedar interior, and it smells really good inside there. And we are going to totally remodel the inside and redo the bathrooms and fix this one up really nice. This is going to be the Starr attraction. You're going to want to stay at the Davy Crockett when you come out here. We've come back down the road here, and that is the back side of the Great Hall. That's the back wall that we want to blow out and put a giant fireplace and windows in. And then right over here is a trail that leads up and around the main house and back down the other side of the property. Yeah, like all this brush needs to be cleaned out. This log needs to be cleaned out. So there's the main house right there. You can see through the trees. Now we're going through the bush here a little bit. And now we're at Yellow Jacket Road. If you can see this little pathway that goes up the hill, we're not going to show you that today. That's going to be for a future video, so you have to tune in, subscribe, and watch. That goes all the way to the top of the mountain, and there's a nice big flat spot up there that we think we're going to build a cob house on.
So where's the zip line gonna be, Dad?
That's a good idea, because we are definitely going to put a zip line in someplace. Now we're probably going to start off, because I don't know that much about zip lines and I don't want to hurt anybody, let alone myself. So we're probably going to start lower down, like between the cabins, with like a kid zip line, so that you can just grab it and zip, and it's only like maybe 50 feet or something, and work our way up from there. But there's definitely some places further up the hill here in the mountain that we can put like a 500-yard zip line on, and you could be 40-50 feet off the ground.
That's pretty substantial.
All right, so here we are at the cat house. It's pretty scary in there, and you're not going to be able to go in there anyway, so we're just going to go past it, and don't worry about it. It's like you never saw it. Okay, moving past the cat house here. So this pathway, you can see the gravel driveway down there, and that's the bottom from, if you remember way back at the beginning of the video where I pointed up the path and said we'd be going up there eventually. Well, we're there. And here is where a mobile home once stood. This is going to be a nice big wide open area for tents or campers, and somebody's coming down the driveway. Let's go see who it is. Because strange people often just come down our driveway and drive in and say hi. So we're going to find out who it is. All right, so we're running back up to the Hiawassee where we're staying at, because the Suburban Propane guy here is here to fill a tank up, and he's going to fill the tank that we need filled. So I just found some flagstone rocks that were over by the Ocoee that we're going to use as a step over at the Woodsman, because the bottom step is like crapped out. We have to put a new step in there. That's one of the things. This place is just big enough that you got to kind of keep your mind open and be looking, because you may walk past something that you need on some other project, and you have to grab it now, because you may not be on that part of the property for another week. All right, we're back at the lodge, or not. The propane guy is gone, and we've got our tank filled, so now we can run the heater tonight. But first, I'm going to show you our workspace and garage. Okay, this is our workspace garage. We have our tools and stuff set up in there. We do a lot of work out of the garage. That is the crappy dead van that has the blown head gasket, which does not work anymore and we will be getting rid of. And right there is the main house. Currently we have renters living in there, so we're not going to go inside and show you that because we don't want to disturb them, but eventually that is where Nola and I will be living. Alright, so if you're looking at the outside of the lodge and you're going, gee Brian, why does it look vaguely Asian on the outside with the bamboo shutters and the little weird archy thing over the door, even though the door's kind of screwed up right now. This place used to be a dojo where they did karate classes and stuff, and evidently now I've not been able to confirm this, so if anybody knows anybody who can contact somebody, that would be great. But supposedly in the 70s Chuck Norris came and trained here. Okay, so, and that's not how I'm supposed to start. I'll start all over again. The two words I am not supposed to say. Okay, so, to start a thing, and I just did that.
Just remember, queso means cheese in Spanish.
Queso means cheese in Spanish.
Queso.
Here we are inside the main lodge. That's the office, which hopefully you've already seen the video for, so I'm not going to dwell on that. Here is the old office, which is going to be turned into a laundry facility, maybe possibly slash little gym area. Here's the bathroom and kitchen area back in there, which is going to be a bigger kitchen area. Currently it is the laundry facility. This is another office that will be turned into a large, like 3 or 4 stall bathroom with a shower, so people can actually use the bathroom and take showers. And in here, we're going to try turning on some lights, and you have to flicker the lights to get more lights to turn on. The more you flicker, the more lights turn on. It's not a disco. There you go, more lights are on. Well, now a bunch of these turned off. Gosh darn it. There you go, there's more lights on here. This is the Great Hall Lodge room. There's the back doors with the cool little Asian theme over it. This big giant wall someday will be a wall of windows with a fireplace in the middle, and you will be able to see outside and see the woods outside and see the big deck that we are planning on putting outside. But right now, it's just a big place to store all our stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of our place here. If you've liked this video, please consider subscribing and like us on Facebook and Instagram, and come on out and visit us at Starr Mountain Retreat.